Apparently that's what Jordan's gonna do every time the stream starts.
It's
I'm
how
gonna
I
do it,
do
I'm gonna
every
do it.
single time I stream. And it's been a long goddamn while since I've done
Alrighty.
it.
Just to
Alright.
check.
So yeah, just a quick addition. Oh god, he's opening Twitch.
Nope.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
I
are-
just
we
want to
are
make sure it's
live.
live.
We are live. We are live.
We're running at a
We're
solid
good.
50p. Wait, what?
We got a solid 50p. What? I'm confused.
Uh-oh.
That's a very solid.
Oh no, I only got 21 seconds out of this.
I'm gonna refresh. I'm gonna refresh real quick because it's still live for me. God, I love how many technical difficulties we have, and it's the third episode.
Oh, I see everything's working out fine.
I'm refreshing right now just to triple check.
Don't worry.
Yeah, everything's working
Okay,
fine
yep,
on
yep,
my
yep,
end.
yep.
All was good.
Milo, shut up, or Otis, shut up. Wait, why did our category dip off?
Because
God damn it!
we're a category all on our own. Don't worry about it.
Apparently
Close
we
it?
are, yeah. It wasn't
Do you want to
yeah,
fix
'cause,
it?
like I hit. Oh no, I fixed it already. Okay, it says our stream. Okay. So everything's good. Okay. Is everything broken still?
I don't know if
All of the pretty things are broken. No, not actually. I can see the stream just fine.
No,
Yeah,
Okay.
we are still live. That's
Okay. So,
Why does it say it's
let's
offline?
just real quick. So, welcome everybody to the third episode of Fall as They May. Last episode we had a little bit of a brief period of 2 weeks where everybody was going over little things that they wanted to do. We had a bit of a party interfighting between Aster, Akta, and Zephyr, as Aster was trying to get a special gem away from Zephyr, who continuously flew away, and through the use of some of Aster's spells, knocked him out of the air. Not being too happy about that, the next time they met, Zephyr attempted to strike down at Aster, but unfortunately, in a one-on-two fight, Zephyr was quickly taken down, and not only a one-on-two, through the mishap of a natural one and the head of a little raven, Zephyr was taken to the hospital where the guard was called. And there was a quick talk between the magistrate and city guard, between the two parties. Reparations were paid, and everything was seemingly okay. Zephyr then, after being discharged from the hospital, took his property and made his way back to the tavern to try to commune with one of the individuals of the party who was not there, before making his way to the Scholars District. At which time the rest of the party had reconvened back at the tavern. Some talk was had, and Nakax, the Dragonborn sorcerer, had relayed to the party that he had spoken to an individual named Zo Sundran, who said he had been looking for individuals to help him with a little mission into the Astral Sea. He also conveyed through a bit of conversation that he had some information about in a realm known as the Feywild, which Nakax had correlated to a vision that he had had some time ago. Zo had agreed that if they undertook this, he would relay any information that he had to Nakax, and thus an accord was struck, and Nakax made his way back to the tavern, and that is where we left off. So, as you guys are as for some of you who are currently sat in the tavern, Zephyr, you had just received a message from Esrael, letting you know that she wanted to talk, that there was some conversation that needed to be had. However, not relaying that he needed to go to the docks to speak with Nakax.
Whoops.
What would you guys like to do?
So what time of night are we? Let's start there.
So as of right now, you guys are, I believe, nearing early morning at this point.
To which, by that point, Nakax has given up and is back at the inn, or at least making his way back.
Alrighty.
Are me and Ezreal still having a little conversation with each other, a little friendly banter.
Yeah, this would be just as Ezreal was finishing sending the message. Nakax had already head out, but you two are still together in the tavern.
Okay. You know, I didn't mean to cause any harm to him originally, right?
I really don't think you did, but the fact of the matter is, it's done now. And we can't take away what happened. All we can do is try and fix it. Although, I'm sure he won't want to talk to you about it.
Of course, he wouldn't. He did not want to talk to me the entire time I was trying to find him. Every time I would try and get close. As soon as he got wind of me, he would just fly away.
Well, to make this work, we need to have all of us here. And I'm not going to let another person leave. I don't know how that would affect some people in our party. I don't know how that would affect the party's power as a whole. But so we need to fix it.
I agree. I have done some thinking, and I'm willing to throw my pride away just this once, and I'm willing to come out and tell you the truth of why I seek that gem.
So, you've known all along. It wasn't just some kind of magical pull, was it?
No, it is a magical pull, but it's something more. If it's possible, I prefer to talk about this privately.
Of course. Lead the way.
And I take her upstairs and back to my room. If, like, we're not sharing rooms anymore.
Okay.
As you might have known, I've been an adventurer for quite a while. That's my preferred trade. And this isn't the first party I've been with. I've started to lose count.
Just going back and forth between parties?
Yes, these past 7 years, I have been through many parties, many small little adventures. They never lasted very long. And through all these challenges, all these people I've met, I have felt absolutely nothing at all. Not when anyone dies. I never felt sadness. Never felt fear of any challenge or any satisfaction on a job well done.
So, emotionless. Do you still feel that way?
Not until recently, of course. This might sound strange to you. Maybe unbelievable, like the story you told me about that child being the end of the world.
Well, whatever it is, we're a team. No matter how unbelievable, I'm going to choose to believe you. I trust you.
Well, considering you seem to be most trustworthy of the group, I will trust you with one of my secrets. Just so you know how serious this is. And Aster slowly reaches for his mask with his left hand. But then his right hand grabs it and just stops him for just a couple seconds until the grip is slowly released. And he takes off his mask.
Alrighty. Yeah.
Would
And to specify out of game really quick, you said you were not going with the mask under a mask trait, correct?
No, I was going with the mask on the mask trait.
Okay. Alrighty. So, Aster removes his mask, and underneath you see a secondary, not as intricate, but a cloth that covers the face entirely.
Well, I don't know what I expected.
Mind if I explain this part in
Yeah.
detail?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, the cloth mask is similar to, like, how do I explain? It's a cloth mask that covers the entirety of the head, yet you can clearly see the eyes and everything in between. Of course, with the facial structure, you can see it's a very human-like features. Yet, when you look at the skin, there's something off about it. The skin's complexion is as pale as a corpse. The strands of hair that hang from that poke out of the mask are as white as the driven snow. And you can see a pair of light blue eyes, yet they seem vacant, dull almost, as though the flames that once burned within them were snuffed out.
She's just going to look for a moment. And this is you. The mask and all.
Yes, and as you're hearing this, you hear. I'm just gonna have a description for when he talks. When
Uh-huh.
he talks, you can hear, of course, Aster's voice, but you also hear at some points his voice would crack, and you would hear a secondary voice that's a lot softer and a little bit more soothing. When I saw that eye, for the first time in my life, I felt satisfaction, even happiness. I felt as though the clouds that made up my world were starting to finally clear up.
So it really is that important to you. Not because of any dark magic, but because it makes you feel.
Yes. When Zephyr took that eye, I felt distressed, worried, and I followed him throughout the entire week. Every single time my heart beat just that little bit faster. And when he finally, when I saw him swallow that eye, I felt as though my heart was about to be ripped straight from my body. And of course, as you might know, I panicked.
And then that's when everything went awry, I suppose.
Of course, you can say for the first time in my life, I truly felt scared. And then Aster collapses to his knees on the floor, holding his face. Mother, I'm scared. Where are you?
Aster Florence! I'm going to kneel beside him. I'm going to put a couple of hands, both of my hands on his shoulders.
Where is everyone? As the second voice like completely takes over. Mind if I roll a wisdom save, Eric?
Yeah, go for it. So
And
what you now hear, what you can now hear, Israel, is that kind of masculine-esque voice that has been dominated by this much more feminine, almost melodic voice. Though in the moment, it's a voice that is riddled with horror and terror.
Aster Florence, snap out of it. Are you alright? Come on.
Aster quickly takes his mask and puts it back on.
Alrighty.
Why am I down here?
I think you lost it for a moment. You were calling out to your father.
My father. Why would I be doing that?
I don't know. I would assume you know better than I do.
Ravioli, did you see any of that?
Ravioli kind of pats over to you, and as opposed to like the kind of jovial like response that you get, he kind of just hops up onto your shoulder before getting close to your neck and just kind of rests his head underneath your chin.
It must be really embarrassing of you to be my familiar and see me in such a state.
He just sits there.
Anyways, I have to find that eye. For nothing else but for my own sanity. And then Aster gets up and goes towards the door to open it and leave.
Wait. Equivalent exchange. I hesitate for a moment before pulling down my own hood. If you're going to be exposing yourself, so I will too.
I look back.
Alright. Question, Ezreal, has everybody seen you at this point?
Sprinkles. I don't think Sprinkles has.
Alrighty. So everybody here has.
Yeah.
Alright. So the hood is pulled back and you can see the complexion and features to her drow form. The eyes kind of glow with a soft light. And you can see even a little bit past her neck, just coming up from inside the hood, there appears to be a what you can make out to be a lash mark.
Mm-hmm. I see. And then Aster still begins to leave. I feel like I know where it is and where he is too. And that is where I must go.
Let me talk to him. I told him I wanted to talk to him, and maybe we can work this out. Just the two of us first, and then I'll try and bring you in. Alright?
He hesitates for a moment. I will put my trust in you just this once.
I'll do my best not to let you down.
And as
Then I
quietly leaves.
Yep, and then I put my hood back up.
Alrighty. So, Aster, you take your leave. Are you staying in the inn, or are you still going to make your way out?
I'm gonna make my way out.
Okay. So you, Octa, I believe you were drinking at the bar.
Yes, very much drinking.
So you see Aster pass by you as he makes his way out.
Where are you going?
To look for that eye.
She finishes the drink that she has. I can't even think about. Do you want company or not?
It's up to you. If you wish to accompany me, then so be it.
Alrighty.
Okay.
By the way, Octa, you know in your heart of hearts you are drunk right now.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, she's going to stand up, stagger, and then just like collapse onto the floor.
So, Aster, you watch a tremendous display where Octa bravely gets up, like grabbing her stuff, stumbles a bit before right onto the floor.
Like right on the face.
I guess I have to deal with this too, apparently. And Aster tries to, like, pull her over his shoulder.
Make a strength check.
Oh no! Oh no!
You grab her arm, you're just like, alright, let's do this. You can't even move her.
I look around. A little help here would be much appreciated.
The bartender's just been Zakeen's just kind of been watching this, and he just goes, oh, right. And he comes over, kind of hoists her up over the shoulder and takes her upstairs.
With that out of the way, Aster leaves the bar and goes to find the eye.
Alrighty. So Zephyr,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
I'm still debating if I even want to go back over there. Well, keeping a stern eye out to see if I see Aster, since I know what's all been going on.
Alrighty.
And you said we're in the early morning?
Yeah, at this point, Nekax is returning to the tavern.
Like, is it early enough where the school hasn't been opened yet, or?
Yeah, the school is not open. Like, when I say early morning, you're maybe reaching about 1 bell past midnight.
Oh, okay, so.
Yeah, it's still quite a while before anything opens.
Okay, if it's that time, I'm just gonna fly around for about another, let's say, hour just in this district, keeping an eye out. Then after that, I'll start heading towards the tavern.
Okay. So you make your way back, Aster, making your way towards the Scholars District. Go ahead and both of you roll me a D100. Oh my god, hang on, I gotta go let the other cat in because apparently my sister left. And she's like meowing outside my door. Okay, so, alright. So, as you guys are walking, Zephyr, you guys don't actually end up crossing paths as you're walking past. But Zephyr, you reach the tavern way quicker than Aster would be able to reach the Scholars District on foot.
Okay.
So, are you going inside, or
Nope.
what are you doing?
I'm just gonna go right up to Ezreal's window. I'm assuming I know right where that is.
Okay. I'll say yeah, you would know.
Is the window open or closed? Or,
I
like,
believe
can I
closed.
see in? Like, can I see in, or is it, like, blocked off?
Estriel?
Yeah, you can see it. The curtains are drawn.
Who's all in there?
Just me.
Yeah, just appears to be Estriel.
Okay, I'm gonna just knock on the window.
Estriel, you hear a little tink, tink, tink.
Alright, I rush over to open it.
And I'm just gonna perch right there. I'm not even gonna enter the room.
So the window, just as a heads up, the windowsills aren't really big enough to get your whole body into to perch. You're still kind of doing that lean out the window, basically. You're holding yourself by your feet,
Okay.
but your body's leaned out the window.
Okay, so I'll just take one of the arms and just hold it up against the upper part of the window.
Okay.
Just to keep my balance there.
Alrighty.
Yes, you wanted to see me?
Yes, I really think we should try and sort this out. Whatever is going on between you two.
It's
Aster
more
Florence is
than
not
just
here.
these two. You
Aster
need to
Florence
add
is...
Octa in there.
Well, Octa is currently, I think, a little busy at the moment. I don't know if she's still drinking or not, but it's just us. I promised you that.
Okay.
If we're going to function as a team, we need to put this behind us. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that what he did was good. It was absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm extremely stressed, thinking, why would he attack one of our party members, but... Anyway, this isn't about me, it's about you and him. And, by extension, her. The eye. Do you have it?
No, I don't. The headmaster does.
Well, with what Aster told me, I don't think this is some sort of evil magic. I think it's just a trinket that interests him.
And why didn't he say anything about this instead of just trying to steal it from me?
Well, he does seem like the secretive type. Maybe... Well, imagining myself in his position, maybe a little awkward, not knowing how to phrase how he wanted that without coming off strange. You know.
I'm part of the criminal world. The thieves don't just trust anybody, obviously. But thieves don't also steal from other thieves.
Well, it's obvious that he's no thief. I mean, he didn't successfully get the eye, did he?
No, I'm gonna say one of those times is because you would have seen him. The other time, I played very good keep away most of the time.
Be that as it may, I can't imagine him being some sort of thief. I think he's just misguided. And he wants something, maybe doesn't even know why. You know?
So, are you the person that's gonna try to keep me and him together? Is that what you're basically saying?
In a roundabout sort of way, yes. I definitely want to get Aster Florence in here, but I'm not sure where he is, to be honest. I'd like to get him in here, I'd like to get you two to talk. I'd like to get him to apologize, and then hopefully we can see where things go from there.
You need to bring Octa in because she was the one that stabbed me in the back.
What? Well, of course, then we'll get her to apologize too. But like I said, we're a team, and we have to work this out. Do you agree with that, at least?
Yes.
Good. Then we're at least sort of, kind of on the same page.
I agree.
Then,
So how's the
Right.
kid doing?
the kid?
Nakax.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't, I haven't seen him in a while.
It's about now that Nakax is walking into the front. It's about now that Nakax is making his way upstairs.
I would say during this time, Nakax would, for the building setup, would Nakax see my bird figure somewhere standing outside like the window ledge holding on?
Yeah, I would say yeah. Yeah, like you see as you're approaching the tavern, Zephyr perched up on the sill, his arm kind of gripping onto whatever he can to hold himself aloft.
Okay, solid. I'm gonna go ahead and grab his attention by picking a rock up the street. I'm gonna be throwing it in his general direction.
Make a strength check.
Hopefully this doesn't hit you. Thankfully my strength is Garbo.
So Nakax, you pick up a stone, and you kind of weigh. You're like, yeah, this is a good heft. You aim it up using the fingers as a targeting, and you close your eyes and you throw it.
Yeet.
Yeah, I got some good distance on that, and it drops about an inch away from you, just right into the dirt.
That is unfortunate. Can I do that again, or is it just going to be a repeated failure for about 3 times before I give up?
You can try again. Make another strength check.
This rock's gonna fly. I'm gonna do everything.
Okay, so this time you adjust your trajectory a bit, and you huck the rock, and it doesn't even make it to the building. It just lands like about 5 or 6 inches away from the building.
I don't even
Try
think
smaller rocks.
I don't even think my passive perception would even hear these rocks or him grunting while he's doing this. Would an 11 even hear him grunting trying to throw this rock?
Sure.
Fine,
Try again. I'll give you one more try.
I'm not taking a rock this time. This time I'm gonna take one of my 1,000 ball bearings. I guarantee
Okay.
it'll be lighter than a goddamn rock. I can't fucking fail with this.
Okay, make a strength check. Okay. So you kind of hoist a little bit, and Zephyr, you hear a few, maybe 9 or 10 inches off from you, just hear tink.
Oh, what was that? I just take off from the window and go get up on the top of the roof across the way and start looking around.
You immediately see Nakax on the bottom, just kind of waving in your direction, trying to get your attention.
Looking exceptionally frustrated.
What? Hey, wait! I kind of poke my head out, kind of reaching for Zephyr a little bit.
Alright, you can see poking out the window, you see Nakax frustratingly trying to motion Zephyr over.
Oh, hello?
Okay, I'm gonna sort of just fly down and just like hover about 5 foot above him.
Alrighty.
I shake my head. I point right at the ground.
No, I'm not landing.
I point my finger at the ground again.
I just fly back up to the window.
Alright, so Esriel, he re-perches in your window.
Would I know which window he's parked on?
I mean, considering Esriel stuck her head out and then they went back in, yes, you know which window he's going to.
If this bird's gonna be frustrating, I'm gonna be frustrating with him. I'm gonna go inside the inn. I'm gonna make my way into Ezreal's room.
Isn't
Okay.
that all I can imagine is just like a normal windowsill, and then like Zephyr's like hanging off of it with just
That's
his
basically
talons
that's
and, like,
basically what it is. That's basically what it is. His feet and like some part of his legs are on the inside holding him aloft, and he's gripping on to the exterior of the building.
Cause you gotta
Yeah,
think,
trying
I'm
not to
only
fall
3'1".
backwards.
Yeah, he's just
So-
like at a
Oh
45.
yeah, you're not tall, but a windowsill is not 3 feet.
Yeah, you're like at like a 45-degree angle, and you're just
Yeah,
like,
you're like just hang dangling off the side for balance. But that's what I was trying to describe to you. This is not like you can comfortably perch here. You are like uncomfortably holding yourself at a 45-degree angle.
Okay, then I'll just sit there and just hover right there, flying this time.
Alrighty.
Okay, as you were saying, Ezreal? Before I felt like somebody was throwing something at me again?
I've lost the train of thought as a player.
Alright, so Nakax, you make your way into the room.
Good. I have my knife out at the ready in case he wants to try to do some crap again. But I'm not going to use my dagger just yet. Instead, I'm going to grab him by the ankles and try to pull him into the room.
Well, he's hovering there, so go ahead and make an athletics check.
He's already in the room?
I mean, all you had to do was come around to the front and come upstairs.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it's not a very long walk to get to your room.
Okay.
Plus, with how Nakax was, plus with the frustration, I assume Nakax was either speed walking or running. Okay, so Zephyr, make an acrobatics or athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Obviously.
reach out to try to grab him, and he just kind of floats back a little ways, for maintaining his float.
I float back about 5 feet from the window at this point. So if it attempts again, they're gonna have to come out the window to try to grab me.
What are you doing?
I slam a hand against the windowsill and I point for him to get in.
No. Right now, I've been attacked by 2 of the other party members. I'm not going in there.
Hang on. Nakax, hi. Do you mind stepping back a bit? I could try and see if I can get him in here.
I'm just going to give Ezreal a look. Then I'm going to look over at Zephyr. I'm just going to hold up a single middle finger at him. I'm just going to walk out. I'm going to go to sleep.
It's fine.
The Dragonborn. Alright, and with a one-finger salute to you, Nakax exits the room.
I see how the kid is.
At least we know he's alright.
But I'm gonna head back over to the college.
Do you want me to go with you, just in case?
If you want.
I might as well. And I'm going to exit out the regular people way, not the bird way.
See, don't jump out the window. Got it. Okay.
I'm guessing she might be too heavy for me just to carry, right?
She's a little too heavy for you to carry, equipment and all. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna be walking. I am staying up in the air.
Yeah, you're gonna stay. You're gonna walk with her? I'm assuming.
No, I'm staying up in the air.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, stay with her, so like you're not just like blasting off.
No, I'm not blasting off. I'm gonna be like making wide circles, like a thing of vultures while I'm searching.
Alrighty. So in the time that it will take you and Esriel to get back, Aster, you find yourself through the main gates of the college. You know that you have quite a while before, so it takes you about close to 2 hours to walk here, as you don't have Zephyr's ability to glide over buildings and cut the time down. So it's about 3 in the morning right now. You are going to suffer a level of exhaustion if you plan to wake up when the school wakes up.
Okay.
You will not have enough time for a rest.
I will.
Well, you won't take a level of exhaustion. I'll need a Constitution save.
Yeah,
and then
I
we'll see what
will
happens.
use what was it? The name. I'm gonna cast Lehman's tiny hut as a ritual
Alrighty.
from the gate.
And so you're gonna do it right on top of the sapphire.
Like right near it.
Alrighty. So yeah, you take some time, and you finish doing your radius. Takes you about about 11 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But your Lehman's hut appears.
Ravioli, you know what time the college opens. Wake me up just a little bit.
Ravioli.
And I just go in. And
Ravioli just
pass
kind of
out.
perches. Yeah, Ravioli just kind of perches and just waits. So yeah, so for you guys, it takes you about an extra hour just for the conversation. So around 4 in the morning, you guys arrive. The sun is just barely beginning to crest, indicating that dawn is coming. Estriel, you are tired. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Alright. Come on, load. Oh.
So your body is like drained. You're just kind of sluggishly making your way through. You do suffer 1 point of exhaustion, so all ability checks are at disadvantage.
Alright, fair enough.
Aster, you get the benefits of a short rest in your sleep. You will stay asleep, but you do get the benefits of a short rest. You will go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw as well.
Can I do lucky? Possible?
Yes, you can use luck on this.
Okay. Let's see if I fail it. Nope.
So a 10 is what you need.
Yep.
So you get just enough. So you're not awake yet, but you will get just enough rest to not suffer a level of exhaustion. You'll still be tired, but you won't have a level of exhaustion. Zephyr and Ezreal, you guys make your way through the gate. You're still doing your wide berth. Zephyr, you would notice, because it is not translucent, there is a... What color is your dome?
Kind of darkish color, like gray.
Right, so you would see very close, in very close proximity to the gate stone of the sapphire embedded into the ground, there is a about 10-foot radius dome set up next to it. Both of you would notice this as you're entering.
Okay.
Would I know what this is?
You would not, because as Aster's never done this in front of you guys before, so you're not quite sure.
I'm sort of just gonna stay above it and watch it.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw, Zephyr.
I thought he was good until like 1 p.m.
This is less for his point of this is less for sleep, and this is more he's kept himself aloft pretty much the entire day.
No, I slept yet the day before at the hospital until.
No, I'm talking about after you slept. You hadn't told me that for the majority of the time that you've been interacting, you've been flying.
Oh.
And not being in the plane of elemental air, where wind carries you to your entirety, this is taxing on your wings. So you will take 1 point of exhaustion. Just trying to maintain yourself in what is little to nothing in terms of a breeze.
So I'm guessing with a natural 1, I just drop right on top of the tent.
You don't drop, but you don't drop. You take your level of exhaustion, but like you can feel like the soreness and aching in your wings as you're like trying to keep yourself aloft. As in this early morning, there is nothing really keeping you aloft. You were doing this basically. You're pushing your wings to try to keep you up, but there is strain.
Okay, I'm gonna just set myself down about 5 foot outside of it, the tent.
Okay, so
Can I see in?
You cannot see in. Aster and Ravioli can see you from the inside, but you cannot see inside.
I'd like to poke it with my umbrella.
Alright, so you kind of touch it. It seems solid.
I'm gonna do a little knock with my umbrella.
Alright, so there's a little tunk, tunk, tunk. Unless Aster wakes up, there's no response.
There might be a response from Ravioli.
He'll stay quiet for right now. All you told him to do was wake you up when the school opens, so he has no reason to wake you up now.
Yeah.
I am going to pull out my bell
Mm-hmm.
and a piece of string. I'm going to tie it to my rapier and just start ringing it.
Okay. Aster, what's your passive perception?
Let's see here. Passive perception of 11.
Okay, Zephyr, I would like you to go ahead and make me a performance check. Which is at disadvantage because you are exhausted.
No, oh.
Okay. So you begin ringing the bell. Aster, you can hear the bell from the outside. This little ding 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 ding.
Would you please stop pounding my tent?
Well, he's not pounding it. He's just ringing a bell outside.
Okay.
There you just hear ding 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 ding.
Ravioli, that isn't the bell I was talking about to wake me up with.
Ravioli. He kind of just jumps to your front, and you can see him just kind of looking at you curiously. And you can still hear that ding 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 from the outside.
Yeah, poke my head outside.
So as you poke out, you can see Zephyr and Ezreal.
Hello.
I didn't expect to see the both of you here so early.
Well, what's your friends for? And that's what we are, friends, right? All of us friends.
Yes. Kind of.
Sure.
He seems still kind of like groggily. Like.
So yeah, Zephyr, you see Ravioli kind of pop up onto Aster's head, poke his head up.
I'm just going to squawk at it.
It squawks back, mimicking you. Squawk.
Just goes back and forth for a minute.
Yeah.
Just to see if I can get it irritated.
Doesn't seem to get mad at any point. Just kind of keeps mimicking you.
See, we're all having fun. Things are looking up already, huh? I kind of nervously look back and forth between the two.
Ravioli mimics. Mm-hmm.
So, aren't there some words that you two might like to have?
I believe there are some that would have to be had. If you want to come inside, then that's fine. They're allowed to come inside, right? Or
Let me take a look. Yeah, you dictate who is allowed inside.
I allow them to come inside.
Okay.
In case
Aster's
I come
head,
inside.
yeah, Aster and Ravioli's head just disappear.
I am not going inside.
Okay, so Estriel, as you walk inside,
Is there a small tree right here?
Nowhere near the center. It's about 25 feet back.
Okay. Or is there like a wall or anything around this? Something that gets me off the ground?
If you're looking for nothing that'll... Well, there's some small, like, low-hanging walls that'll get you off the ground, but nothing, like, that'll get you, like, high elevation.
No, I don't want super high elevation. I just want to be maybe 5-10 foot off the ground.
Yeah, not around here. The closest would be the nearest tree.
And how tall is this tent, and would it be stable enough to hold me?
Well, the tent is a 10-foot radius dome.
Oh. Okay, then.
Like, it is literally just this opaque gray dome that is set up.
Okay, then I'm just gonna plop myself down right here.
Okay, so as you go ahead and you float up, you try to perch your legs onto the top of the dome, but as you've been granted entry now, you just go through the dome. And you find yourself inside, and you can see out from the interior of this. Where it was gray on the outside, it is completely clear and translucent on the inside. And it's spacious in here. You guys watched as Zephyr kind of tried to find like another way to perch, and then went to the top of your dome before not realizing he would just go through. So yeah, the three of you find yourselves in this. Again, it's not the most spacious in here, but it's serviceable.
So, everyone's here that I think needs to talk. Convenient, isn't it?
No, you're missing one.
Well, we'll get to her as soon as we can, but I think right here is the central conflict. Right here is what we need to work out the most. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, I think Rick might have dipped.
Nope,
Rick,
I'm
did you
here.
dip?
Nope, I'm
Okay.
just remaining quiet.
I thought you got on call, and I was like, no, Rick,
No, I'd let you know.
Alrighty.
Nope, I'm just sitting there quiet.
So, who wants to start?
I have to go to that page. Second.
I like to imagine this is how like every couples counseling session goes, and like they're like.
It's about right. It is.
Everyone just stays quiet. I have nothing to say to him.
Yep, that's about right.
Couples counselor Ezreal on duty.
So yeah, would anybody actually like to say anything?
So, are your wounds healed?
No.
Well, in time, all wounds will heal, including the emotional ones.
Mm-hmm. So you quickly begin to realize just how little they don't want to talk to each other.
I just reach in my bag of holding, I pull out the small little bag of 100 gold pieces, I just throw it at them.
I look at it. I throw it at him back. Just kind of lob it over.
God.
Alright. You are given the 100 gold back.
And what is this trying to accomplish? Zephyr, you want to tell us with words?
I just started speaking Eric Cochran.
So so that would be Aran. So that's a primordial language. Does anybody speak primordial or Aran?
Nope.
Nope.
Not unless, of course, Sprinkles is there, darling, but of course I don't think she is.
Sprinkles.
No.
Totally.
So yeah,
I basically
nobody can
just-
understand.
I just basically started telling him off.
Okay.
Does he sound angry?
Well, it's a bit difficult to decipher, as Aran as a language is just the sound of wind. Like, it just sounds like a ever blowing gale. It's not really a language where that's, you know, it has like discerning sounds. It's really one of those things that unless you speak the language, there's really no way to differentiate like, what is good and what is bad.
Very interesting. Thank you for sharing, Zephyr.
So why did you give me my try and give me my 100 coins back? I thought you would want to keep it.
Nope. I'm greed, but I don't take from so-called party members.
No, not so cold. We are a party. Just putting that out there. That's why we're here, to air out our grievances and to try and become closer. Even in light of this debacle.
And I think you should take it, considering my lack of judgment that night.
I think I had you fooled pretty good.
Maybe just a little bit too much. I didn't even know it was a trick.
So what is your fascination with this eye-looking thing?
Well,
It seems your tracking on it's pretty good.
yes, you can say it's quite important to me. More so on a personal level that no amount of coin can replace.
So what is it?
I don't know. All I know, it's something that I need.
As to Florence, would you like to tell what you keep that a secret? Either way is fine with me.
I prefer not saying the same thing twice, but I will give my apologies to Zephyr for my past transaction and panicking.
There we
Panicking, you
go.
call it.
Zephyr, do you accept?
We'll see, there's still one more.
Well, just focusing on the two of you. Do you accept?
Like I said, we will see, there's still one more.
Hmm.
If it's possible, I'll take responsibility for that too.
Why, did you use your magic on her to make her attack me?
No, she was just trying to defend me, and it was my fault this happened. So I assume it's my responsibility.
Everybody uses their own actions. And they're responsible for their own actions.
As you guys are having this conversation, the noise, this kind of awkward tension breaks to ravioli, 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 ravioli. As both of you look, you see that there is an individual on the outside, currently their hand in the air, and as they strike it across, you see a number of sigils begin to appear around them, and the arcane circle ignites.
I guess it's time then.
Well, I think we made a lot of progress. I'm very proud of the both of you, even if you were not so forthcoming.
Sure.
At least now I hope we can all agree to at least walk together as friends and as companions and as party members. Does that sound alright?
Sure.
Fine.
There we go! There we go! Alright.
By the way, Ravioli is still, because you guys haven't left the circle yet, he's still just squawking.
Ravioli, just play that song that you really like.
He just kind of just goes. "Do, do, 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 do." So yeah, the gate, the arcane gate's open. Well, the arcane circle is active, so you guys could make your way in if you wanted to.
Going to activate it and make my way in.
I'm following.
Okay, do you take everybody with you?
Yep.
So the circle flashes, and I assume you're going straight to the headmaster's office?
Yep.
Well, as you get there, he's not currently there. The door's just opened.
I am gonna just walk in and sit down.
Yet. Well, the door's locked.
Oh, I thought you said it's open.
No, it's locked. No, the arcane gate that connects the different areas of the school is open, but that doesn't mean all the areas are open. Like there are classrooms that aren't open. So you guys can wait for him outside if you want to.
Yep, I'm gonna just sit right there.
Same.
Right.
And while they're doing that, I'm gonna sit there and start pruning my feathers.
Alrighty. So about an hour later, sitting in once again contemplative, awkward silence, the arcane gate, the arcane circle flashes, and you see the headmaster. He seems really tired. Like his eyes aren't even really open. He's got a cup of coffee in his hand, and he's just finishing up. Oh. Hi.
Hi.
Morning.
A bit early to see the headmaster, don't you think?
Well, we're sorry to bother you. But
It's fine. He goes ahead, and as he kind of waves his hand in front of the door, you see this arcane lock that was placed on the door vanishes. Tip pulls out a key, unlocks it, and goes inside. And you see, like, it's dim lit inside. He kind of waves his hand, and the surrounding lanterns all ignite. I haven't even had time for a proper breakfast. Oh, no matter. What can I do for you?
I pull out a thing of rations and see if he wants to eat that.
No, it's fine. We have the servants coming up to deliver breakfast.
The what?
Oh yes, yes, I forgot. Our place employs the use of permanent unseen servants. They have access to the different gates and can deliver things that are needed across the school. We think of them as assistants.
More assistance. I think that would be a better term to use. No, but
Well, I
I'm
call them
sorry.
servants as it is as the spell dictates.
Oh, they're just magic. Sorry.
Yes.
I
Yes,
must have misunderstood
nothing-
for a moment.
Yes, they are magically created entities that aid us in our day-to-day. But please, you're here for a reason. What can I do for you?
Obviously, he wants that eye.
Ah, so you two have come to a compromise.
Not really.
Well, all right. Be that as it may. He kind of opens up one panel of his desk, and you see inside he has a small lead box that he pulls out, sets on the table, and opens it. And inside you can see, placed in the center, is the eye. He picks it up and pulls it out to you.
I'm gonna ask him, have you even had any real time to look more into that thing?
As I said, I did a bit of research the previous night, and I was going to continue doing some research today. But unfortunately, I haven't really had too much time. But again, as I told you before, I don't really sense too much energy coming off of it. But if it is the young Florence's, he holds it up to you. Faster.
I look at it and I take it in my hand and just examine it.
Alright.
Headmaster, is it possible for something of this small magical nature to influence someone else through that lead box?
Through a lead box, it shouldn't have. Unless, of course, it's not. Well, lead is good for keeping out the prying eyes of individuals. It's if something has a pull to somebody, it doesn't necessarily block it.
Okay.
So yes, take care. Unless there's anything else.
I just kind of hold the eye to my chest.
Right, so you hold it tight.
Yep.
I think that's all we needed for now. Thank you so much, Headmaster.
It's not a problem. No, please, I do apologize for needing to be hasty here. I do have some paperwork that I need to get done.
Of course. I hope you can get some rest soon.
Yes. Well, thank you. And, best of luck with whatever you plan to do with that object.
Thank you.
Right. So you guys make your way out, finding yourselves back in the Scholars District. And what would you guys like to do? Two of you are aware that Nakax has signed you up for a special mission.
I am gonna go find a tree, perch, and nap for the next few hours.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
What time is it right now?
It's not too long past 4, maybe about 4:15 or so.
Okay, that's fine.
But you guys know it is going to take you a while to get back to the inn.
Do you have a sending left, Luke, or?
I did not rest. Let me check. I have one, but...
To my tent.
Well, actually, as soon as you left the tent, the thing disappeared.
Okay, make a new tent.
Oh,
Well, you also know that with the school day starting soon, you're not sure how keen the school will be with you setting up a tent in the district.
okay. I don't have enough gold for revivify anyway, so might as well.
Okay, so you cast your sending. Who are you messaging?
Hold on. This was Esther's idea.
No, I was just asking if you had like any sendings left.
Yeah, I do. I have one.
Okay, well, we can talk to him later.
Yeah. So I'll hold off on sending for now.
Okay.
I'm going off to the mask shop to pick up my other mask since I don't think we have enough time for the full 8 hours.
You go ahead and you retrieve it. The individual who presents it to you is of kind of greenish skin, humanoid. His hair kind of has this ever-flowing bellow to it. He hands it over with a smile. You would know that this individual, when you had first commissioned him, he is a mute. Does not talk.
Okay. Do I know if there's like any changing rooms or whatever?
There is a room that you can go into, kind of a little offside, and switch masks really quickly.
Pretty much.
Okay. So you quickly don your new mask.
Yep. And go back to the tavern and attempt to sleep.
Well, as you're going, do you spend some time with I'm assuming you're spending some time with the object?
Yep.
Alrighty. I would like.
I'll be
since
right
Rick is well, actually, David. I need because this is a moment. This is actually a whisper moment. I want Rick because he's the one streaming this.
Just go to the bathroom. 1 second.
I do. Okay, we'll take a break. We'll take a 2-minute break here. But so Rick, I'm gonna need you to go to the whisper chat as well.
And maybe deafen yourself when you get in there.
Yeah, and then deafen yourself if you could.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it just dawned on me that if you can't hear, the audience can't hear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, you're the one streaming it. So if you can't hear anything, they can't hear anything.
Did you test when I was deafened?
Deafen yourself again, real. Yeah, I can't hear myself if you're deafened.
Okay.
Yeah. Sadly, we did lose quite a few viewers over the course of the silence. We actually had a guy with I was looking at like the chat to see because like a lot of it's sad to say, but a lot of chat viewers are review bots.
Oh.
But I went and checked, and yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, just as a quick heads up for anybody just joining us, we're just taking a quick little intermission here, and then we will get back into the game. Aster has just finished attuning to his shadowy eye, and we're gonna get right back into that in a minute. If anybody is watching, go grab yourself a drink, go grab yourself a snack, and we should be back in a few minutes.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just take my headset off while you talk.
All right, that's appreciated. But like I said, we are waiting for David to come back. Alrighty.
They didn't tell me that I had to be in here until like just right now.
Alrighty. So you were back. Alright, so then we are back. Rick has taken his headphones off for the sake of it. For the sake of not wanting to ruin anything, but I am going to switch the music so everybody will hear this. Alrighty. Alrighty. Aster, as you take the time kind of giving a closer examination to it, you begin seeing little markings on the inside. So just faintly through its shadowy and smoky exterior. You focus on it, and you see the eye in the middle, where the pupil would be, begins to give this soft glow to it. You kind of focus for a moment, and you feel yourself pulled forward, almost into the object. As your eyes open and your vision clarifies, you look around you and you can see the interior of this darkened, almost cave-like structure, but much more intricate. There are pillars that seem to wind and stretch themselves up to the roofs, and as you follow them, each of them has cuts and marks across them. You look in front of you and you can see a figure, a dark silhouette, against what the very dim light is in this area. You stare for a moment, and as it begins to clarify, you see the face of an individual. His features a bit ghastly. Cuts and bruising across his body. He stands tall and proud, though you can see there are areas where the bone is visible out of the flesh. You both lock eyes for a moment before he speaks. He says, "Interesting. I didn't expect another so soon. Who are you?"
My name is Aster Florence. Why are you the one calling to me this whole time?
Aster Florence. I am not the one who calls you. I am merely one who has served in his glory. He calls to all who are destined to serve. Why are you here?
You are the one who pulled me here, are you not?
The area around you begins to solidify to a very dark and smooth stone. And the once emptiness that engulfed the area in front of you now is replaced with tiles that interweave themselves between each other. The figure steps forward. And now you can see as he's stepping, the eye, one of his eyes that you see has been replaced with this shadowy gem that you have found. And he speaks again. You are not like the others, are you? You did not come. You came willingly, though without any knowledge of why you came. He approaches you fully and reaches a hand out. Do you stop him?
Yeah, I take a couple steps back.
He stops, not approaching you, but his hand lingers in the center. You are touched, Aster Florence. And in time you will learn where your true calling lies. Also, Rick is looking up Subway, and it's really annoying. Rick, don't look up Subway. We can see it on stream. God damn it, Rick.
Sponsored by Subway.
Not sponsored by Subway. God damn it. The tension is gone now. So, getting back to the narrative. So he finishes his sentiment, and you watch as he pulls his hand back. You see that his form begins to shift ever so slightly. His body becomes wreathed in these in this darkened cloud, and out of his back you see protruding two beautifully woven angelic wings. However, you see drips of dark ichor that fall from them. You see the smile crest across his face once again. You will learn in time. And he fully, like his arm at incredible speed extends, hits you straight in the forehead, and you find yourself retrieving back the eyes in your possession. And that's what we're good. And now we'll go ahead and move back. So, as your vision clarifies, Astrid, you have the eye in your hand. I'm going to go ahead and give you your handout.
Ah, dang it. I was having bets with the other group saying, like, Aster was totally shoving that shit in his eyeball.
Oh my god. I was actually thinking that was what's going to happen too. I bet it against myself.
Damn it. I got bamboozled.
I have to change the wording on one thing, however.
A bamboozle. A hood's wink.
Someone was playing a jape at my just.
Oh, we're playing japes now, huh?
Jungle Japes.
There you go. There you go. You can choose to read that if you want to. You do not have to.
This is like, I forget the name of the game, but it's like, after you do the card, someone puts it down, and if you read it, you get a penalty.
It's up to you. You can read it aloud if you'd like to, or you can keep it to yourself.
Where is it at?
It should be in your handouts.
Okay, then.
So.
God, no.
So, the rest of you meet up eventually. Aster, it's up to you. What you'd like to do with your object. You all eventually reconvene at the tavern. At this point, as you guys arrive there, it's about 7 in the morning. For those of you who have slept through the night, Akta and Nek actually both get a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know that I went to, like, on top of a building right where we were to go to sleep. I didn't go back with them.
Did anybody let Zephyr know what was going on?
Nope.
Hang on, the first message I sent was like, there's something going on.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me where or who.
Well, I still told him that there was a mission to the Astral Sea.
She actually did tell you that. It's up to you whether or not you want to do it, although I will inform you if you don't, Zephyr will be out for the next few sessions. Uh-oh. I think Rick died again.
Oh no!
Yep, Rick died. No, it's not. I think his Discord just broke.
Okay. For some reason, I had an error there.
Discord went down.
Alrighty. So Astral did inform you that the group did have a mission.
Yeah, but not with who or where to meet him, nothing. So, all I know is there's a mission, but nothing about it. Except for going to the Astral Sea.
Well, I think it was more of a given that they wanted you to meet with them.
Mm-hmm. Almost like Nakax wanted you to come down so that he can talk with you about something.
Yeah,
Sorry. I'm sorry, that was my bad.
No, it's not your bad about that. It's more Zephyr being like, no, I'm not going to touch down on the ground. I'm not going to be eye to eye with you. Whatever. I'm not bitter.
I'm not bitter. So, are you going to reconvene with the group, Zephyr?
No, because I was going to go to sleep for being exhausted.
Okay. So the rest of you reconvene.
Okay.
Nakax,
that
make your
means
way.
Zephyr's not going to be there.
Yeah.
If you said it's 8
that
o'clock.
means, yeah.
Yeah. Damn it.
If you're gonna sleep for, if you're sleeping for 8 hours, I'm just letting you know, Rick. That means that Zephyr's gonna be absent for the next few sessions.
Okay.
You have a backup?
No.
Just giving you a heads up.
It's
It's
fine. This
yeah.
This is something that I discussed with David too. If this thing occurred, it's fine.
So, Akshay, you were hungover. You make your way back downstairs with Nakax, just as Esriel and Aster are making their way inside. Aster sporting a new mask with a gemstone. Do you have the gemstone still in your hand?
No, I put it back in my bag.
Alrighty.
Alright, I'm gonna look around the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna point to Aster. Take out a sheet of paper and I'm going to write down, where is Zephyr?
And did we know that he was sleeping in a tree, or?
You knew that he flew back to a building and went to sleep.
Asleep on a building, tired. I just and I write that on a sheet of paper and give him back.
I write back. We leave at 11. Bring him here, or you're not going. I slide it back to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know that he's got the gem or they've resolved their issue.
We talked this out, and he still left us. You know what? I feel since I was the moderator, it's partly my responsibility.
Do you have any way to reach him quickly, or?
Well, yes, I do. And I'm gonna use that final send, I guess.
Alright, I got the 20. Alright, I am recording your 20 words. What do you say?
Alright. Where the heck are you? Come to Lying Stone. Important mission. Now, please.
Urgent.
Urgent, please.
Okay, you have 5 more words.
We are all friends now. No,
And it's-
no, wait.
No,
We're
that
all
sounds-
friends now, right?
We're all friends now, right? And that sends off. So Zephyr, as you're kind of curling up and getting ready to sleep, you hear Esriel's voice in your head.
What is up with all these voices I keep hearing from her?
And that's what responds. What is up with all these voices I keep hearing from her? You have 8 words left.
I go find a carriage to take me there, and I'm gonna just perch in there and try to sleep.
So Ezra, Ezra, what you get back is, what is up with all these voices I keep hearing from her?
Well, great. I don't know if he's coming or not.
I tap my foot at Aster, cross my arms. I'm just looking right at him.
Okay, so Nekex, you were giving Aster the death glare.
So how hard is it going to be for me to find a carriage to get into at whatever time it is?
Not very hard. You are able to get one. It'll take you a little while to get back, but you'll be there way before 11. Zakid kind of pipes up as he enters the door and says, "Ah, breakfast. How many? Who wants a drink?" Seeming already eager to make his first sale of the day.
Give me the nicest breakfast you can cook up. I just pop myself down.
Nicest breakfast.
And some coffee, please.
Coffee? Alright. And he looks at the rest of you. He points at the dragonborn. Food? Breakfast?
I simply drop down 2 gold pieces.
Ooh, generous. Like it. We'll have that out for you shortly. Weird one with the mask? You want one?
How much does it cost again?
Basic breakfast will only run you about... Basic breakfast and a drink, 3 silver.
Do you have change for a platinum?
I give the no motion and point to the 2 gold pieces that I gave.
Oh, he's paying for it. Oh, wonderful. We'll get that started right away, and he heads off into the back.
I write down on the sheet of paper, "This is the last kindness I will give you. Either resolve your issue with Zephyr and find him before we come back, or I never want to see you again."
Well, to be fair, I thought we worked everything out. At least, we started.
There was some progress made, but I feel like it will take a little bit longer to finish this.
Which, any progress is good progress, right, Nekex?
I just tap that last message. Resolve your issue, or I don't want to see you again. If we come back.
Right.
Ravioli in this moment mimics you from earlier, Estrel, and goes, "Yay! All right."
This is not the time, Ravioli.
He kind of looks at you and looks at you like confused. So about an hour and a half later, Zephyr shows up. Toted by carriage.
Oh, so he's coming, or I thought he was sleeping?
He got a carriage. And
I got a carriage and I was sleeping on top of it.
Yeah. The driver's a little weirded out, but he won't say anything. You do you. So the cart comes to a stop outside of the Lying Stone, and you guys can see through the windows Zephyr kind of balled up on top of the carriage.
See? It worked!
Is the driver gonna wake me up?
The driver, he'll give you a moment as he doesn't want to be pushy, but once he realizes that you're, asleep, he'll, take... He can't really reach that high, so he'll take, a stick and just... Sir? Sir?
Yeah.
We've arrived at your destination.
Oh, thank you. I sort of just hop down. Sort of drag my ass in there.
He goes ahead and gets back up and cracks the whips. The carriage takes off. As you guys see a groggy and exhausted Zephyr walk in.
I'm gonna find the first table and just go curl back up on it. I'm gonna see
food,
if I
the
see
food
a.
in that time, by the way. In that time, the food is presented to all of you. You guys have your coffees and your drinks. And go ahead, Zephyr.
And do I like see, like as soon as I walk in, do I see like a barmaid or anything?
You would see Zezim is at the front right now, kind of tending to a few other patrons that have come in.
I'm sort of just gonna wave at him and just go and see if he'll come to me after I sit down and just throw my head down.
He'll eventually come to you. It takes a few minutes, but he will approach you and says, yes?
Meat.
Right, of course. 1 silver?
I just reach in my bag and just set it down.
He will take it and get you a glass. The rest of you watch as Zephyr just exhaustedly starts trying to sleep at the table.
See, they're in the same room together. Progress. I gotta nervously look over to Nakax.
Through half frustration, and even though I am very, very unwilling to do it, I'm gonna bring out Rudy and I'm gonna have him on my shoulder.
Okay.
Or no, not on my shoulder. I can't. I don't have that ability anymore. No, I'm gonna need to put him onto my hand.
Okay.
Well, now that everyone has decided to go ahead and stop playing around with each other, I'm thankful to go ahead and inform each and every single one of you that we have a job roughly a few hours from now. We are off to the Astral Sea. Namely, the aim of the game is cartography in some way, shape, or form. We're going to be heading out there to map a certain location. We're out there to go ahead and make sure that whatever we find in there is properly transcripted on a note. And when we do go there, not any one of us is going to leave each other. Am I to be correct?
I nod.
Just so they know, I am not at their table. I'm at my own table, like just inside the door.
I'm yelling loud enough so you can also hear.
All right, all of the patrons are kind of looking at you now as you are openly describing this mission.
I don't care.
Alrighty. They don't seem like, they just seem more interested in what you're saying, like, but they're not like actively asking you any questions.
Doctor's just gonna, I'm assuming she was sitting at the bar eating her food, but like
yes,
close to everybody else. She's just looking, crossing her arms and nodding. You can trust me.
Did I finish my food and like went down?
Yeah, dude, you finished your food in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assumed that we already had our stuff and ate before I started speaking. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since we had that point of order.
Alrighty.
Okay. So, even though my assistant and his words mean nothing, at least some of you understand that I, Rudy Brassboon, am honorable, tolerable, and most importantly, an individual that tries to keep tabs on every single one of you to make sure that, of course, everything goes right.
I just put up my middle finger at him.
And if certain individuals don't find me appealing, well then tough. Because whatever issues that they have with everyone else here, it's either we stay together, or you can also fuck off.
Flip him off again.
I've already seen 3 other individuals, all of them exceptionally strong, exceptionally talented. All of them believing that they did not have the guts, or will, or capability to be here. So, before we head out, and before we all go out as the proper adventuring party that we are, this is going to be the last call to any single one of you that have issue, that has a complaint, that does not trust someone, that does not have any sort of nice bone in their body in regards to making sure that we all are kept together, you can speak up.
I don't trust Zephyr. He's a snitch.
I don't trust her. She stabbed me in the back.
Attacked us. Give you a
You two,
chance.
you two over here.
No, I'm not talking this out right now.
No, we're talking
I'm
out right here,
coming.
right now. Nuh-uh. You get over this table right now, and you too.
She doesn't move, but she is paying attention to you.
I don't get
Well, we're
up.
not going to come to the table. I will go ahead and make sure that I address both of you. Zephyr, you say that she stabbed you in the back. Why?
Because Aster over there dropped me out of the sky. Twice.
Gave it out. I said we just wanted to talk. You attacked anyway.
Seems like
I don't know what else I could have possibly done.
You could have stayed out
So?
of it.
And then I had the nerve to take you to the hospital. We hurt you. We didn't want you to be hurt. And then you have the audacity. Bitch.
You guys went right along with it. So,
You started it.
If you talk about you guys, I'll make you know that I have no idea about your plans, or Aster's plans, or Octa's plans, or Esriel's plans.
oh, I'm not talking about Ezreal. I'm talking Octa and Aster.
As of a thief.
So
in
you,
the
Like,
so
cleared
you
up.
believe that Octa decided to conspire with Aster to go ahead and attack you? Is this
Yes.
what you're saying? Well, from what I understand from what she said, I'm not wanting to attack you, please we want to talk. To which you said, no, I don't want to talk. To which she said, fine. I am going to defend this individual.
How could she talk to me when I was over 200 feet in the sky? Explain that.
Nekax,
When I started
You
dropping
feel-
on him.
Nekax, you feel a set of feet perch on your shoulder, and you hear a voice come forth that says, it sounds like Aster's voice. It says, he stole our bag, and as such, we followed.
Well, now. That's an
You
interesting development.
recall, Zephyr, this is what Aster had said while you were in the conversation with the guard.
Yeah, but would I actually hear that? Because I'm not at
You
their
would.
table?
No, you wouldn't. Oh. Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
you
at
could.
that table,
Ravioli's,
so...
Ravioli's talking normally.
How would I have stole the bag when Nakax gave it to me?
I made sure that the bag was given to you out of trust.
So why would I steal it? When I had
There are
my
many
stuff in
things
it
that
too.
I have confused about this development between this mysterious rock that Aster has a wanton desire to have.
And he has it.
Well, then there's no problem, is there?
I have no comment. I have no more problem with Zephyr. He can do as he wants. He can take the gold that belongs to him, and I do not care anymore.
So, Zephyr, is it your issue with Octa?
Yes.
And that's the only issue.
As of right now.
Everything between you and Aster is wiped clean.
Pretty much.
So your only issue with her is she defended.
She didn't
Someone
defend.
in
She
our
didn't know
party-
what was going on.
It's quite clear
you
that
attack.
she knew what was going on.
Called out a chance when you were within, from my understanding, player mode, Emily, coming through. Question. Like, when when it all happened, was...
Zephyr had so if my memory serves me, Zephyr had dive bombed Aster. Aster
Yeah.
prepared a spell, but didn't unleash it. It wasn't until Zephyr pulled his rapier that Aster unleashed the spell, and at that point is when everything kicked off, and that's when you jumped in the fight. Zephyr still attempted to try to attack, and then Ravioli, with the use of a net one,
Yeah.
Ravioli smacked his wrist.
I thought it was
and
Zephyr
pushed the
hit the
rapier.
ground. I thought it was
Yeah.
Zephyr hit the ground.
Okay, so
Then
he was
it
on
was
the ground
after-
generally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again,
I got confused when Zephyr had said the dive bombing because I was like, oh, then maybe I misremembered because I thought he
Yeah.
was.
He was
In
beelining
melee.
it. He was beelining it, and then he pulled a rapier.
Got it. Okay.
And this was all before Aster had unleashed his spell.
Okay.
So, you're worried about her because she stabs people in the back. After
Yes.
your issue is that he is a snitch. What is he snitched on about? What sort of secrets were revealed in this trying time?
Not the guard. No matter.
You guys, actually, I wouldn't even know I was bound, would I? Yeah, because I was stable.
You would still be unconscious.
Oh, yeah.
Still be unconscious.
But they took all my stuff. Would I? Yeah, I would have known that
We were
because
afraid you were
Yeah, you
gonna
would have
wake
known
up.
that you didn't have your stuff on you. Yeah.
By the way, you should also take out the gloves of thievery.
I don't know how to delete things, so. Disregard.
Eric, it's up to you.
the only person I think could do it is the person who put it in.
I'll figure it out then.
It'll be the lock symbol where the items are. You click on
Yeah.
that, and it looks like the little trash can next to it.
So the the magistrate did request that you return all items.
Yeah,
which
which
will
I've
include
got.
the glove. So yeah, he has all his stuff back.
No, I'm just saying in our party loop chat as like a player.
Oh, it's in the
Oh, yeah.
bag holding in there.
Deleted it.
Anybody can remove it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Anyway,
But yeah.
so, of course, your issue is that he spoke with a guard. Well, let me put myself into Zephyr's claws, we shall say. I'm an individual that has a vendetta against someone. I get brutally attacked. I go ahead and wake up in a location with all of my items gone. Of course, I would try to contact some sort of authority.
Don't understand because you weren't a part. I were. Low thing you could do besides steal. On it.
Well, here's how this is going to go.
Wait.
It's either you two figure out a solution, or you two can stay here. Because in this situation where I'm going, I need to have individuals that I can trust. And if
I
you two
trust
can't
you.
trust each other,
You
I
can
cannot
trust me.
No, I cannot. This is a party issue, and of course, again, you can't figure it out. You're gonna figure it out by yourselves. Here. Are we understood?
Fine.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna look out to the sun. I'm gonna see that it's about 3 hours. I'll look at them and go, you have a little bit of time before you must leave. So, go ahead and speak amongst yourselves. I'll
So,
wait.
Nekax, you know that a carriage ride to the Vulgar Cherry from where you guys are is about an hour. And it's nearing about 9 bells.
Yeah, I said that he has
Yeah.
a couple of hours. That's 2.
Technically, it's only 1 hour because it's an hour to get there.
You are correct. I can't do math. So, yeah. You have 1 hour to figure this out. And by the 10 bell chime, if there's nothing resolved, we're going. And as a note, DM, I do need to head out, so I
Oh,
might
you
be
need to
back,
go right now?
but yeah, I'm gonna be taking my roommate to get his paycheck.
Okay.
So I'll be gone for a little bit. So take me as
Alrighty.
AFK for a little bit.
Alright. So Nekax will depart the table, giving you guys your room to talk.
I'm just gonna sit there. Did I ever get my food?
You did, yeah. Your meat and your food, yeah.
I'm just gonna sit there and just eat.
Okay. So Octa, Zephyr just kind of stares at you while eating his food.
We aren't friends. After trust from me, but nobody else here. We're not gonna cause any trouble.
What was the last thing? I didn't catch that.
Just that
she
I wasn't
said
gonna cause
that-
any trouble.
Yeah, just cause no trouble.
Because you don't.
Still don't trust you.
I think she started it off by saying, I don't trust you, you have to earn it.
I don't trust anybody, period.
Yeah, we're cut from the same cloth that way.
You got in something you didn't have no right to be in the middle of.
I was just trying to get everybody together so we could learn about this stupid mission in the first place. Trying to be a responsible party member. No one told me any jack shit about to jam or whatever the fuck. Just trying to find you so we could tell you about it.
Trust me, if I was looking for you guys, I'm sure I could find you.
After saying everything she has, she's just gonna drink.
Alrighty. We'll say over the course of the next hour, it's basically all the time you guys have, you come to a mutual agreement to work together, but you are not cool with each other. Eventually, the 10th bell comes, and you guys know that you do have to get a move on if you're going to make it to the appointment on time. Anything anybody wants to grab before they leave? Basically, in that hour, anything you guys want to grab.
Just carrying everything she has on her.
Okay. Alright. All of you, carriage is called. The rest of you pile in. Zephyr, I assume, just roosts on the top of the carriage.
Yep.
Alright, Nakax kind of sullenly joins, not getting the conclusion that he wanted, but because he's AFK, he's gonna...
I would like to subtly sit next to him.
Okay, you saddle up next to him. Kind of just
After
looks out
tries
the
to
window.
give Ezreal little eyes, like, ha 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 ha.
I just kind of glare at her.
Alrighty. So you guys eventually are taken to the Vulgar Cherry. For most of you, this is your first time ever at the establishment. It is a very, again, contrary to its name, very plush and lovely establishment. As you enter, there are fine silk tablecloths that are placed over each of the tables. There's not too many people in here. However, as you enter, you see an individual sat at a table in the back. His legs kind of kicked up onto the table and crossed. He's wearing a set of boots. These very beautiful clothings of these purples, blues, and reds. He's bald to the head. He's thinning a bit to the head, but what is left is very luscious hair. He's a bit darker to the skin. And his hands are adorned in these different rings and bracelets, currently kind of finishing off a glass of what you can tell is champagne. Sets it down, and looks at you all as you enter, kind of smirks and ushers all of you over to his table. pleasure. It is nice to see you all again. Well, nice to see you and young Gaborik. And please introduce me to your friends.
Alright. This is Octa. This is Asta Florence. Please be sure to color by that. And don't shorten it. This is Zephyr. Is Sprinkles with us?
Sprinkles is yes, she is with you.
And this tall drink of water is Sprinkles.
And the manager just says, like, it's a pleasure. My friends call me Zolt. And he shakes each of your hands. So you will be the ones who are going on this endeavor for me? Yes?
Yes, we're all ready. Every one of us completely emotionally ready to go. Right? Everyone?
Nakax.
See
Nakax
a
kind of
smile
looks-
on Octa's face. You bet!
I like the perkiness.
Just pull out his swallow book and just tries to ignore it.
Not even paying attention.
Alright, so Zoe kind of reads the room but still smirks and says, well, I will hope that when you get there it will be a bit more of a harmonious partnership. But please, follow me.
Don't count on it.
He enters through a door off to the side, and you can see it leads to a stairwell that takes you into the upper area of the upper areas of the building. He opens a door towards the far left, and as you enter, you can see that there are sets of very fine beds placed one next to another. And he says, please, all of you, make yourself comfortable. Nakax and Sprinkles kind of jumps and backflops boom, onto the bed. Nakax kind of haphazardly gets in.
I could also follow.
Same.
Yep.
Alright. Zephyr, do you lay down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you all lay down, he kind of begins lighting a few candles on each side, and you see that they glow with this bluish purple flame that seems a bit longer than the normal flame of a candle. And he says, well, first of all, I'd like to thank all of you for doing this for me. And he goes ahead and he pulls a parchment out. And you recognize Ancestral as the same map that he had before. He says, and who will be taking this with them?
I will, if nobody else wants to.
Very, very well. Hands over the map to you. And he says, he basically talks you through what's going to happen. I am going to be using a bit of a more ancient form of this spell. It will allow you to project yourself into the astral sea. You will all theoretically appear in the same place. I warn, do not get separated. As I have been told that there are many dangers that are present in the seas. I would also inform you that, rumor has it that there is a tether that connects you to your body, and if it is severed, then you go kaput.
Shit.
But don't worry, I'm sure it's just a rumor. I'm sure that it holds no weight to it. The owners and myself will be making sure that nothing happens to you while you are gone. But once again, I do thank you, and I would like each of you, and he kind of starts carving, he finishes carving something on the floor fully, and he says, I want all of you to just deep breaths.
So
Close
what
your
is
eyes.
payment before I go to sleep?
Well, as me and your friend have established, that he would appreciate a trade of knowledge for an area that I have been before, called the Feywild, and potentially a trip there himself. For all of you, of course. That is the agreement that has been put upon. Of course, if you need financial compensation, I would be willing to oblige.
Perfect.
Well, he kind of goes over to each of you, and you feel, and as he goes over to you, Aster, he sees the mask, and he kind of whispers down your ear, may I just need to make a little mark on your forehead. May I, just for a moment, move the mask?
Fine.
He kind of gently moves it just enough that he can get his finger in, feels the second mask, and feels the eye hole, and you feel this little thing get pressed against your forehead. He goes across, and what you guys can see is, those of you who are peeking, he puts this drop of darkish purple liquid against each of your foreheads. Sits in the circle, and as he begins to concentrate, he once again just tells you, all right, I want all of you to concentrate. Deep breaths. And just let yourself relax. As he kind of focuses for a moment, you hear some chanting under his breath, and you can feel the room beginning to heat up around you. The beds your bodies seem to kind of sink a bit into these beds, and as you concentrate for a moment, you feel your consciousness drift away. And as your eyes open, you find yourself not in the beds anymore. Your back's put against nothing, just this emptiness. Looking about you, you can see the different stars that seem to glisten across the area. You quickly stand up and look around, and you see that you are in what is almost a void. No signs of life, nothing around you. Even your bodies, as you look at them, seem almost translucent. And looking behind you, to your horror, you do see a tether, a very thin tether, that seems to be linking you to the ground that you're standing at now.
Fucking.
And you guys find yourself adrift now in what you can only presume to be the astral sea.
Nothing here?
Button starts music.
Supposed to draw a map of nothing.
You look down at you look down now at the map, Esriel, that he has been presented to you, and you see that it seems to have some writing already on it. You can see what looks like the makeout of what should resemble a rather large building, as well as different markings indicating what you can only presume from the key to be different hazardous areas around. But the map is incomplete.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn the map around. This is what we're looking for. I tapped the building. This is what we're trying to avoid. I vigorously tap the problematic areas. So as long as we go around, we should be fine. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan.
I don't have a better one. Let's go.
I think we should go through the place. It's unavoidable. We might be able to find some good stuff in there.
Well, normally maybe, but with this, I point down to the tether, I don't know how fragile these things are, and we can't really be risking, us.
We are, Nakax chimes up. We are not, with Rudy, we are not pulling on the tether. We are just here to do a job.
Out of curiosity, is gonna take her dagger and she's gonna very carefully just put it next to the tether, and is trying to figure out if she feels pain when the tether is poked or prodded.
Make a dexterity check.
Oh no.
With that up to dies, and this is great. I love it. Would I live?
Stopper.
boy.
Let her
Just
do
a
it.
Straight dexterity check.
What are you doing?
I think she's.
Or sorry. This would be either dexterity or sleight of hand, whichever is higher.
Alright, we're gonna do sleight of hand.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. So as you begin just gently pressing your dagger against this tether, you feel it's almost like butter, and you quickly pull away.
Oh shit. They're fragile as fuck.
Fragile as that, yes. So let's please try to avoid the dangerous areas. And Octa, don't do that again.
We know now, don't we?
Well, yes, but you're all too much. You know that?
Nothing wrong with a little Russian roulette.
There's everything wrong with a little Russian roulette.
Just gonna take a careful note to not be anywhere near Zephyr as we walk.
Oh, she's right in front of me.
No, she's not.
Don't cross the line. All right.
As far away from Zephyr as possible.
So you guys do find yourself adrift here. What would you like to do? You seem to have no real direction besides the map.
Is there anything around that looks even remotely similar to anything on the map? Or is it just
Make a-
empty?
Make a perception check.
Alright. +7, don't fail me now. Hey!
Hey!
You physically see nothing. It is just an emptiness that spans out everywhere, and even as you look down, you just see that encompassing mass of stars. There is nothing out here.
I look over the shoulder at the map.
With do I feel anything? Just-
As you're kind of concentrating on the map, you do get a sense of direction. You are facing what would pass for southwest, and if you wanted to make your way to the building, you could. It is toward the northeast.
Alright. I turn my way northeast, and I say, I have a good feeling about this way. Let's try this way.
So
I
as
saw.
you step, your feet almost seem to have no weight to them. You don't even really feel an impact as you guys make your way across this expanse. So you would know immediately heading southeast, you would pass through one of those danger zones.
Would I be able
There
to
is
see
there
them
is a
coming?
path there is a path laid out for how you could get around it, but if you wanted to just head straight northeast, you would pass through a small portion of one of the danger zones.
Nope. I'm going to go out of my way to go out of that way.
Okay, is everybody following, or does anybody want to just keep on the straight path?
I'm following.
I would follow.
I'm just gonna go with it.
You're gonna go with the path, or you're gonna follow them?
Follow them. Even though I think we
Okay.
should go straight south.
So as you guys are making your way across, it seems like forever as your feet tread across this nothingness. And as you kind of look about, all of you can see just for a moment there appears to be a figure just off in the distance. A long, almost gigantic figure with tendrils that push back against its body, that push out from its body. Almost looks like a eel of some kind. It just seems to float.
Ooh, look at that thing. That thing looks like it could be
Says
fun.
readying.
Let's go poke it.
Hang on.
After readying Kademmer.
It doesn't seem to be coming towards you, and it's quite a ways off in the distance, but against this void, its form is clear.
Ooh, we should mark it on
You
the
look
map.
off.
Eel shit.
Right, so you put your finger to it, and as you go to write, you pull away, and this point appears at the end of your finger.
Neat.
Kind of freaks you out a little bit, but you start writing, and it does write on the map.
All right.
Go ahead and everybody, if you're trying to get through this with attracting as little attention as possible, I'd like everybody to make a stealth check.
Ooh.
Oh,
Well,
Thankfully, Nekex and Sprinkles rolled pretty high.
I'm just not getting good dice today.
So as you guys go ahead and you make your way through, you can see that the plane itself almost seems to shift for a moment. The whole area around you just shifts in and out for a moment. And as you guys continue walking, you start to see these beings. They look human, but different. They're much more yellow to the skin, bald across the head, wearing sets of these darkened leathers. Each of them have either a bow or a sword at their side. And they seem to be conversing for a moment, don't seem to take notice of you, but are walking along the plain and seem to be talking in a language that none of you understand. Do you
can
continue?
I
Oh, go ahead.
can I make out any words that they're saying, or not like sounds that they're saying?
What languages do you know? No. You cannot understand a word that they're saying.
Well,
I know.
I'm not going for understanding really, just the general noises that they're making. Maybe I can figure out what language this is.
It's a lot of go ahead and make a perception check.
Right.
So it's a lot of murbled voice and a lot of clicking. Also, just as a heads up, remember you're making all these checks at disadvantage because you are exhausted.
Oh yeah.
I forgot, but I just remembered. I'm gonna put little markers on you and Zephyr.
Oh, then let me reroll my stealth.
No, it's fine because I forgot. You're good.
Oh, I can reroll stealth. It's not bad.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth again. Okay. So as you guys are making your way through, so you can hear this incoherent, it sounds like mumbling and clicking. As they appear to be talking together. Do you continue or do you approach?
Let's keep going.
You continue to push your way through, and as you're walking, you start to feel like the material under you shifts. As opposed to the solid surface, you now feel almost like you're treading water for a moment. You can still step across it, but your footfalls feel like they're slugged and grogged down before once again you find yourself back onto some sort of solid ground.
You may not have just passed a
Continuing,
river.
it appears like you almost went through some sort of river.
All right. I mark that down.
Okay, you make a marking. And as you guys continue forward, go ahead and somebody roll me D100.
Me. I got it. Yeah. 100. Onward.
Okay. I would like let's roll a D4. I would like Aster to roll me a D20.
Oh no!
Ooh.
That can't be good.
Okay. No, what are you guys talking about? It's great.
I'm sure.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So as you
When the
guys are
GM says
making your
that.
way, no, don't worry about it. Shh. As you guys are making your way through, Aster, you catch out of the corner of your eye a very odd-looking individual that seems to be tracking the party. This individual seems to be wearing these purplish robes with a series of silvered designs that run through them, with a hood over, and you see a porcelain mask adorning his face. He's wearing a secondary robe underneath. That is much more predominant and stretches out with these very muted greens. To his side appears to be a satchel with a series of scrolls woven in and a staff on what should be his hand, but you see his hand is made of this amalgamate of worms, and that seems to kind of fall off of his body. Just watches you as you're walking.
I'm gonna relay this to like the rest of the party.
Ooh, let's go meet him.
Hang
That
on.
sounds stupid.
Are you trying to get us killed?
As if following us.
So how long have
Doesn't
we been
it-
walking?
You guys have been walking for what feels like a good 2-ish hours.
And this is the first that anybody's even noticed?
This is the first time anybody's noticed this individual.
Well, let's just keep moving forward then. How do you know he's just not trying to go someplace else? We're not familiar with this area.
Everyone just moving on.
I'm gonna move on, but I'm gonna keep out my eye for the weird worm man. Like, I'm paying attention for him now.
So as
I'm
you're
not-
watching, as you watch him as you go past, his eyes seem to just keep tracing you, just watching you as you make your way past. And you see he takes a step forward, and then another, and his body doesn't even seem to really step. It seems to almost glide across the ground. But at this point, he is following you.
Do you have business with us? Are you friendly?
He stops for a moment as you take his recognition, and he starts going.
I
understand this.
Does anybody speak deep speech?
Nope,
That's
but
not me.
God damn it.
as soon as I heard him start doing that, I am gonna cast my divine sense.
All right, so you push your thing out, and what is it sense again? Undead.
Let's see. It detects good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or known the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Okay. You do not sense that he is celestial, fey, or fiend,
What about
or undead.
good or evil?
You sense an aura of evil emanating off of him.
This is gonna be fun. He's evil.
Evil.
I tell the party.
He's evil.
That's what my senses are telling me.
Oh dear.
So
Once
you
again,
guys,
he calls forward.
get ready.
Just shoot my condemner.
All right. I'll have everybody roll initiative.
Told you guys this was gonna be fun.
And I will move everybody onto their respective map.
I forgot to click my token.
So okay, put up our thing and we could write it in.
Yep. Everybody see the map?
Yes.
Okay, so just so I could get a sense of the tether, how is it bound between us?
As you guys have been walking, the tether has disappeared from your sight.
So before we noticed it disappeared, how far was it in between one person to the next?
From the tethers, it seemed like it was okay that they intermingled. Nothing happened. But it appeared after you went about 300 feet away from your central point, is when it disappeared.
Okay.
And you guys have been walking for a while, so you are quite a ways off from that. Alright, so Nekax. Man, I get to run 2 characters.
3?
What a
What are you
pleasure.
talking about?
No, I meant actual player characters. NPCs are different. Man, don't you know anything about Durnjurns and Durgans?
No.
Okay. So Nekax gets a 17, but he is lower than you, Octa. And Sprinkles gets a 4.
Classic.
And this
There's-
individual...
So this is exactly what we see out here?
it's literally an expanse of nothing.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. This guy also gets a 4, but he's going before Sprinkles. And this is what he looks like, by the way. I'm going to enlarge his picture.
Huh.
I look at him and I look over at Aster and be like, is this somebody you know?
Top of the round. Octa.
Is it weird that I don't know where my token is on the map? Oh, here they are.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're all the way back here. Okay, hold on. Let's make this a little smaller. Smaller.
Smaller still?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how far away. Everything. Okay.
Like a million miles away.
And you're a million miles away.
What Octa's going to do is she's going to. I guess she's gonna just I guess horizontally, like around Aster, 30 feet.
Okay, go ahead and move your token.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
There. And she is going to shoot the condemner at
The thing. Alright, make your attack roll. So you fire, and it doesn't even land. The bolt just kind of falls to the ground next to him.
Do I know if that's from like a astral planey kind of thing, or if that was like he did?
It appears like you just missed.
Oh. Okay, well-
don't blame the plane of existence because you can't shoot.
Well,
He's hacking, I swear.
I swear to God, he's hacking.
I guess what Octa is going to do is she's going to use her bonus action. She's going to take the dodge, just in case it tries anything.
To dodge, okay.
And that'll be her turn.
Alrighty. Alright, next on the initiative track, that is going to be Nekax. Nekax can't really do anything. He is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he will pull a dagger. Because he still doesn't have his magic. Zephyr, you're up. What you doing?
Oh, I cast Shield of Faith on Nakax. Gives him
Okay.
a +2 to his AC.
Alright, so Nekax has a +2 to armor class.
And I am just gonna hold my attack until he comes closer. If he
Okay.
comes within 20 feet, I am gonna throw a dagger.
Alright, Esriel.
Alright. Gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20. And all reliable. If my character sheet will load, alright. Guiding bolts.
Alrighty. You hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright, I'm gonna cast this at level 2.
Alrighty. For the future, you need to announce what you're casting it at before you make the attack.
Oh, okay.
Alright. So as you unleash your guiding bolt and it streaks through this void, it slams into the creature, and you watch as individually each of the worms on his body that make up his body begin to illuminate, eventually illuminating the full figure. Next attack against him has advantage. Alright, Aster.
Well, let's not pass up this chance, and then I shoot Firebolt at him.
Make an attack roll.
Okay. Firebolt.
14 misses. You go ahead and unleash the firebolt, and you watch as his hand kind of goes forward, and a small swarm of worms shoot out and catch the bolt in place.
Oh, that's disappointing. And then I'm
Gross.
gonna have Ravioli use the help action on Octa to help her aim,
Alrighty.
and I'm gonna move back 30 feet.
Alright. At the end of your turn, he's gonna use he's gonna take 2 legendary actions to cast Eldritch Blast. So he's gonna go 1 at Zephyr, 1 at Estro, 1 at Nakax. Against Zephyr, that is going to be a 24.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Against Esriel, that is going to be a 15.
Come on. That matches, yeah.
Okay, so that hits. And against Nakax, that's an 11, so it's going to miss. So that's going to be 10 points of force damage to you, Zephyr, and 4 points of force damage to you, Esriel.
Alright, not bad. I'll take it.
And then it is his turn. He is going to make his way closer. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to move a bit closer. And once again, he is going to cast his Eldritch Blast. We'll roll a d6. So first one is at Nekax, second one is at Aster, third one is at Esriel. So against, who did I say? Zephyr?
No.
No,
Oh,
me.
Nakax.
Aster, Estriel, and Nakax, I think.
Okay, so against Nakax, that is a 14. That misses. Aster, that is a 26 to hit.
Can I use Lucky?
Sure, roll again. That brings it down to a 16.
That still hits.
Okay. And against Esriel, that is a 12.
Misses.
Alrighty. So that is going to be 5 points of force damage to you, Aster.
Okay.
Alrighty. As you watch as his hand of worms raises up, you see this symbol appear, a circular symbol that with a diamond and a cross in the center. As he just unleashes all of his Eldritch Blasts. Sprinkles' turn. Sprinkles. Ugh. This might get difficult. Sprinkle's gonna draw her trident. And she's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Run forward. Make a wisdom check for her. She pulls her holy symbol. She tries to push her hand forward and channel her magic, and nothing happens.
You see this?
Yeah, you watch as she pulls her holy symbol and says a quick prayer to Umberly before she tries to unleash some sort of magic and looks at her hand, realizing that nothing came out. Octa, you're up.
Okay. Just going to closer to her. $15. Okay. 30.
Okay.
And she's just gonna hopefully in closer. Aim will be better.
All right, make an attack roll.
But
Misses. It sees you moving to flank, and as you fire the bolt, once again, it throws out a few worms that seem to just catch the bolt in the air and gives it just enough weight that it just lands in front of the creature.
is it a free action to put something away?
Yeah, it's part of your movement. You can put an item away.
Do it. Just out of frustration.
You're pulling endeavor.
She's putting it away. She's like, big bullshit. Astral plane bullshit. And she's gonna take the dodge as her bonus.
All right, neck axe. Oh, Gaborik. So little you can do.
He has the heart of Gaborik.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He can't get in range, so he's gonna move right here, and he's gonna ready to attack if the thing gets closer. Zephyr, you're up.
5, 10, 15, 20. I am going to try and throw a dagger at this thing.
Alrighty, make an attack roll. A 24 hits.
And with that, I am going to add a little bit of Divine Smite to it.
Alrighty, so go ahead and roll your damage on your dagger as well as your Divine Smite. Okay, 8 points of damage.
Hold on. Divine Smite, add another 7, and I get Sneak Attack, correct?
No,
No, you have no one adjacent.
Even with my Swashbuckler?
Oh, you're a swashbuckler. No, that's in melee combat, 5 feet away from you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Alright.
15.
Alright, 15 points of damage, and as they
And-
strike in,
I don't think I get a second attack, correct?
you do not. Are you a 5th level paladin?
No, not yet.
Then you do not get
Okay.
your extra attack.
And I will just take a step back 5 feet because I only moved 20.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Nope, that will be all.
Alright, end of your turn. Gonna spend 2 legendary actions. Once again, the circle appears in its hand. Roll a d6. See what it's firing at. 1, 2. So first one's at Zephyr. Second one is at Sprinkles. Third one is also at Zephyr. So Zephyr, the first bolt is a 24 to hit.
Spending a lucky, re-roll that.
That is an 18 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. A bolt at Sprinkles, that is going to hit. And the bolt back at Zephyr, that is a 19 to hit.
That matches.
Okay. So Sprinkles takes 11 points of force damage. And Zephyr, you take 9 points of force damage.
Okay.
All right, Esriel, you're up.
Alright, let's go. 5, 10, 15. Let's see. Alright, that's within range. I'm going to go for a Sacred Flame.
Okay, dexterity save on his part. That is a natural 20.
Okay, good.
Good to know.
All right.
Gods do not have much influence in this realm, I suppose.
Aster.
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt again.
Okay, make an attack roll.
14 again. I miss. And I used the help action on Octa with Ravioli.
Oh yeah, that's right. You had the help action. Well, even with the help action, a 12 wouldn't have hit.
Yep, I know. But,
Yeah.
again.
All right. It is its turn. It is going to go ahead, and it's going to close the distance on who's closest. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. We'll roll. 5, 10, 15, 20. Comes up to you, and it's going to make a slam attack against you. That is a 27 to hit you, Octa. Oh, Octa's AFK. Well, that's going to hit. And he deals...
Wait, I forgot I muted myself. I have a question. I took the dodge. Is it a disadvantage?
Oh, disadvantage, I forgot. That is a 27 to hit.
What?
Again.
Really? That's bullshit. Okay, but it's
I
fine.
rolled 2 19s.
Oh, it so hits then.
So you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, it would be 10 points of damage. Con save. Action to have it with uncanny dodge, but
Okay.
first, I think.
Okay.
So I need you to make a con save, Octa. You're not. It
Yeah.
doesn't affect you.
Nope, I had to make it. Nagax lost the Zephyr, or the Shield of Faith.
Yeah.
Feel safe, yeah.
Okay, so a 17 fails.
Great,
Uh,
great, folks. Oh, hold on. Let me take my 5 damage. 1, 2, 3.
you are so now you are poisoned until the end of this creature's next turn, and you watch as the poison seems to course through you. Its whole body seems to shimmer for a moment. Its whole body shakes and almost seems to harden.
Wait.
Getting a little too excited over this, but alright.
Sprinkles is going to just go, Umberly, baby, I really need you right now. Come on, stop being a bitch. We need to get through this together. You and me. Just make a wisdom check. She gets a 6. So she attempts to cast her Call Lightning spell, and nothing happens. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's going to just run up, trident in hand, to try to protect Octa. And at the end of Sprinkle's turn, it's going to go ahead and use its 2 legendary actions, once again casting Eldritch Blast. 1, 2, 3, 4. First one is at Asriel. I dropped that dice. We're going to use a new one. Second one is at Asriel.
Alright.
Third one is at Aster. So Asriel, the first one is a 10 to hit.
Misses.
The second one is a 17 to hit.
Hits.
And Aster, that is a 17 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Alrighty. Asriel, take 4 points of damage, and Aster, take 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Octa.
Alright. She's going to pull out the...
Okay.
She's gonna go 5, 10 around, so theoretically flanking is
And
happening.
it watches you as you sidestep around it.
And I'm going to act with the rapier.
Make an attack roll. With advantage from Ravioli. So 19, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Is there a sneak because Sprinkles is on his... I'm flanking Sprinkle?
Sprinkles is not flanking.
Not yet. I would need to be
Sprinkles is
one
not within
square
5
over.
feet. Sprinkles is not within 5 feet.
Not bad.
So as you strike into this thing as hard as you can, you realize that the blade seems to kind of just skewer through worms, and it does not do as much damage as you want it to.
Ah. Great. Bonus action. Dodge.
Bonus action, what? I'm sorry?
Dodge.
Dodge. You also notice as you skewer through worms, they seem hardened against your blade. I will tell you, you knocked out some of its temp HP.
Okay.
Alright, it's Nekax's turn. Nekax. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 44. He's still a ways away. 10, 15, 20, 25. He'll get within range, and he's going to chuck his dagger. That is a 5. So he goes, chucks his dagger out, and it just ting, ting, ting. Clanks against the floor. Zephyr.
I'm gonna use my cunning action to just dash so I can get right up next to it.
Alrighty.
20, 25. So I am going to try to hit it with the rapier.
Alright, make an attack roll.
9.
You go and swing at the thing, and it just manages to, more flighty than you expected, jump out of the way.
And I am gonna do, that's about all.
Alrighty, Esriel.
Alright. Movement up, then first level guiding bolt.
Okay, roll an attack roll.
Alright.
21 hits, go ahead and roll damage. Very nice. As you strike against this creature, it kind of staggers forward for a moment before its body becomes wreathed in this energy. Kind of stands up again. Next attack against it has advantage. Anything else, Esriel?
Nope, that's all she wrote.
Alright, Aster.
Third verse, same as the first.
24 hits.
Finally. 11.
11 damage, very nice. Alrighty.
And help action again for Octa.
Okay, so Ravioli is on Octa.
It's pretty much like telling her like where to hit, and then it flies like away.
Well, bear in mind, you are a distance away, so you'd have to keep, and Ravioli would have to be actively helping her.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So on its turn, you see its body begin to contort, and the worms seem to flow out even harsher than before. I need Sprinkle, Zephyr, and Octa. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
18. Oh, hold on.
18 just succeeds.
Hold on.
8. That was big.
16.
No, your ability checks are at disadvantage, not your saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Zephyr succeeds, Octa, you fail, and Sprinkles fails. Octa and Sprinkles both take 11 points of necrotic damage, as both of you watch as the worms
As a
and pulse up their bodies.
oh, never mind.
Yeah,
A
this is
reaction,
this is
I'm
not an
gonna-
attack. This is a
Yeah, you know exactly
an
what I
effect.
was gonna use a
Yeah.
reaction for.
sentinel.
No, actually, it's protection.
Oh yeah. As they engulf their bodies, so Octa and Sprinkles, you are both blinded and restrained.
Okay. Can I have the damage with uncanny dodge or no?
You can. So you took 11, so take 5 points of necrotic damage. At the top of Sprinkles' turn, Sprinkles takes an additional 8 points of necrotic damage. And she's going to attempt to break free. And she succeeds. She manages to break the worms off of her. And get free. However, that was her action. She just goes, "Oh, that was unpleasant." And she says, at that point, she goes, "Zephyr, you're looking a bit worse for wear, darling. Let me see if Umberly will actually cooperate with me here." God damn it! She rolls a 1. She attempts the healing word and it fails.
Don't worry. Their relationship is worse than ours.
Octa, at the top of your turn, take 11 points of necrotic damage,
Oh my. Well. Okay.
and it's your turn.
I think it makes me Okay. It's fine. So I'm currently blind and restrained.
Yep.
I will attempt to unblind and unrestrain myself.
All right, make an acrobatics check. You do. Using your action, you manage to just squirm away from from this mass of worms, as they retreat back into this individual's body. So that was your action.
Okay. Bonus action. Do I think I'm going to disengage? Back up a little bit. 5, 10, 15.
Alrighty. Next in the initiative order, we have Nakax. He's gonna run right up to the thing and just unleash his cold breath against it in such a way that it will not hit his ally. So Constitution save. It's a 25 on the save. So it takes half damage, and you realize it does even less than that. So it takes a quarter of the damage. So 9. So it takes 2 points of cold damage. And Nakax is currently engaged. Zephyr,
Gonna try to hit him again.
make an attack roll.
16.
16 just hits. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Rapier.
Yeah, sneak attack.
You sneak attack.
16.
And are you pumping a smite?
Let me see if I have spell slots left. Yep, my last one.
All right, pump a smite. 5 points of damage. So you strike.
21 damage.
You strike into the creature. Your blade pulsing with this purplish radiant energy, and as you slam across it, you see it did a really good chunk of damage, but this creature is hardy.
Ah, this thing.
Esriel.
I'm going to look at Sprinkles and I'm going to say, "Come on, you don't need Umberly to kick this guy's ass." And this is level 1.
5 points of healing to Sprinkles, okay. Sprinkles responds, "I don't need her, but she sure would be useful if I could do something."
And that was bonus actions, so I can still do Sacred Flame, right?
Yep.
Alright, go for it.
That is a failure. 13 radiant damage. Alrighty. As you unleash the flame against this creature, it slams against it, and some of the worms burn up from just the divine radiance. Still looking pretty good. Aster.
Level 2 magic
Oh,
missile.
by the way, I needed Ravioli to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, it's I think a d20 plus 2, I believe, something like that. Yeah, I think.
So you feel as soon as the worms attach onto this creature, onto Ravioli, you feel him disappear. You no longer have a familiar.
Got it. Magic missile.
Oh, rip.
2. All right, magic missile. Go ahead and roll your damage.
11.
11 damage. Oh, it's looking It's looking hurt. On its turn. See if it gets its plague of worms back. Does not. Okay. It raises its hand up into the air, and you see that same circle appear, however this time blackened. And as it pulls its hand back, it slams its hand straight into the ground, and you watch as a giant blackened circle, about a 60-foot radius around him, appears. I need everybody except Aster. I think Aster is out of the range. No, I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god. Alright.
Nope.
I'm gonna reroll.
I'm spending a lucky.
It still fails, but
Alright.
21.
Zephyr succeeds. Nakax and Sprinkles. Nakax succeeds with a natural 20. Sprinkles fails. So you guys all watch as this circle of death appears underneath you. Anyone who failed is taking full damage. Anyone who succeeded is half damage. The DC to beat was 18.
Holy shit.
What?
Could I uncanny dodge?
You can uncanny dodge. You can uncanny dodge this.
Okay, doing it then.
And one more. You didn't roll that good on damage. So everybody who failed the saving throw take 31 points of necrotic damage.
Is it possible to absorb elements this, or?
It's necrotic damage. Absorb elements does not include.
Okay, I'm down.
Later, potatoes.
Oh, apologies. I rolled the wrong damage die. I rolled a D8, not a D6. I'm gonna re-roll the damage.
Oh my
I was rolling-
goodness.
Not the.
I was gonna
Sorry,
say.
I rolled the wrong thing. 6, 12, 18, 21, 23, 24, and then 2 more dice. 32 points of necrotic damage.
I'm still down.
Later. I can't.
So I took
can't
half.
believe this.
Yeah, you took half, and that is
16.
Sprinkle's exact 0.
I'm rocking a 4, folks.
And Nakax is at 32 halves, so he is at 27. Okay. And this thing has to make a save against its own spell because it's centered it on itself. Fails. Takes 32 points of necrotic damage.
Bitch.
And it looks bloodied.
Hello?
Sprinkles is at exact 0, so she's fine. Octa?
It's just kind of flabbergasted, not really having anything else she can do. She's gonna shoot with the condemner.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Natural 20.
Yeah!
Hell
Alright.
yeah.
And you also get sneak attack because I'm behind it.
That's right. Make it. That's all right. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Okay, so we're gonna click that.
Okay, so 10 damage, and then sneak attack twice.
Okay.
Sneak, sneak.
With 20
30 damage.
Nice. Still standing.
Hello.
But you see its form peeling away and breaking away.
That guy can saw you.
It looks like it's about to go down. One more solid hit could take it out.
I guess would just be dodge just in case.
Okay, so he's going to use 2 legendary actions. Taking his staff, he's going to roll a d4. 1, 2, neck X, 3, 4, Zephyr. Neck X. He goes ahead and he pulls
reaction,
back his staff.
protection?
You can, yeah, you can. So attack at disadvantage. That is going to be a 15, just hits Neck X.
Way to come back. Hi.
Oh, hey, Jordan's back!
Yep.
Hey, we're all dead.
Just in time to hit pickaxe. Ah!
Jordan, take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Once my thing loads up, yeah, I'll do exactly that.
Alright, I'll roll for you, don't worry.
What the fuck has happened while I was gone? What did you do?
That is
Oh,
a
you
failure.
know.
Nakax is poisoned until the end of the creature's next turn.
Oh, solid.
And it is your turn, Nakax.
Cool. What are we fighting?
Don't know
You're
yet.
fighting before
wizard.
you see an individual with this tabard of purple with silver workings through it. I'll give you an exact. You can see the exact picture. That's what you're fighting.
Master.
And his body seems to be made of worms.
Am I currently holding any weapons on me right now? Or-
You threw your dagger at it.
Okay, so I've lost the dagger. Solid. Or at least I assume I've lost the dagger. I'm not entirely sure if it's still there.
Probably in it.
Or-
I think you hit with it.
Oh, okay, so it's in it. So I'll keep that in mind. I will keep the other dagger though. Since it's the, I will go ahead and use that to slice at it.
Okay, make your attack roll. So you go to strike with the dagger, and you just catch air as it leans back. Oh, by the way, the entire party got hit with a Circle of Death spell.
I'm glad to know about these things. Thanks for.
Yeah, 3 of us are down, by the way.
Oh
Two of you.
shit.
Yeah, 3 of you are down. Estriel, Sprinkles, and Astra are all down.
Oh, cool. TPK.
To be fair, this thing does look like it's on its last leg.
TPK.
Last worm ass
TPK.
leg.
Yeah.
Hey, as a bonus action, I'll go ahead and cast a spell. Just kidding.
Zephyr.
How I will try to move myself though. I'll do my 5 feet to try to bring myself between Zephyr and Sprinkle.
Okay. Zephyr, you're up.
I look, I see 3 people down, and you said this thing looks like it may be on its last leg?
It looks like it's on its last leg.
I'm gonna try to attack it.
Make an attack roll.
Luck! Spend the last luck!
Actually, that's a interesting question. Would I have been flanking the character if Zephyr was right next to me?
No. Flanking is
Okay,
across from each other.
I don't need
Oh.
flanking.
Never
That's the
mind,
good
never
part.
Alright,
I-
alright, go ahead
I
and roll again.
spend the last luck so I can. 16?
Just hits!
Oh my god.
7 and sneaky. 16?
You slash into it, and as you do so, its form kind of buckles against your blade, and you see the robes just fall to the ground, just leaving a pile of worms against the ground.
Got it!
Anything else you'd like to do?
And I am going to use my fancy footwork and slip right behind Sprinkles. So, if we're out of initiative,
You are not out of initiative.
nope, then I'm staying right here so I could wait for my next.
Estriel, make a death saving throw.
Yeah.
One failure.
Oh.
Aster, make a death saving throw.
Dex save, Dex save. 17.
Success.
Woo.
This creature. 5. Neck-X, you get attack of opportunity.
Yeah, with the only thing that I got. Freaking! I'm gonna use a physical dice. Screw this game. It's gonna be treating me badly all the time. No.
So yeah, the thing just begins. You watch as like the worms seem to be scooting the robes away, and they are going to dash off the map. Sprinkles is stable. Octa.
This is a general question. The bag with all of our potions in it. I understand it was me. Is this correct?
That is correct. You have all the potions right now.
I recommend stabilizing Ezreal first.
Okay, well that's what she's going to do. Just seeing like the vast distance required to cover, she's going to run to Esther first.
Alrighty.
And 15, 20, 25, and then with exactly 30, get right up next to her. Use
All
your
right.
action to pull out a. How many? What do we have?
That count would
Two.
actually be off a little bit because I'm taking my healing potions out of the bag.
Okay.
So you take 3 of the regulars out.
Okay, fine. All of those. I'm going to.
On. Oh, that's right. I
Pull
got
out-
it.
Are you feeding her a normal or a greater?
I'm gonna pull out a greater.
Okay. Ezreal, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Okay. Go ahead and roll 4d4 plus 4.
Alright.
Me? For her.
Yes.
Oh, Octa. Roll.
Yeah, Octa roll.
Okay. What's 4d4?
4d4 plus 4. 12 points of healing to you, Estriel. You come to consciousness.
Okay, you said that she used a greater?
Yeah, 1 greater
Yes.
is used. Alright, Nakax, you're up.
I'm gonna have a question here. I know you said it's off the map, but if I move 30 feet toward it, will I be at least 20 feet away from
You will be within your 60 foot. You will be within disadvantage range.
I kind of want my dagger back, so I'll move my 30 diagonally, I guess, to here.
So, I'm just gonna do some healing. Use regular potions.
Alrighty.
And yeah, I'll,
Okay,
even
make
though
an
it's
attack
probably
roll at
pointless, I'm
disadvantage.
gonna, yeah, it's gonna be at disadvantage, yeah. Shit sucks, I'm gonna lose my other dagger.
13 hits.
Oh! Please let it be enough then.
So you managed to kill a few of the worms, but they are continuing to scuttle off.
And they've taken my other dagger. Solid. Yep. That was pointless. Yeah.
Alrighty. Zephyr.
I am going to use my fly ability. I'm going to fly straight down to Aster.
Okay. To get to Aster... Yep, you can get right into range of him.
And I am just going to reach down, give him 5 of my lay on hands.
Okay, so you heal 5 HP, Aster.
Okay. Whoop. I'm back up.
And we are out of initiative as soon as Aster is awake.
I didn't think you'd be the one to save me of all.
Yeah, me either. But the kid wants us to be a party, I might as well act part of a party.
Alrighty. So yes, take a moment, breathing, and trying to process what the hell that was.
Okay, if we're out of initiative, I'm just gonna go back up to sprinkles. I'll just put the last 5 or 4 into sprinkles. And
Alright.
that leaves me 1 just to have in case.
Alrighty. Sprinkles is awake. Oh, darlings, I can't even begin to tell you the most horrible dream I had. But she's awake. You guys are once again in the quiet and emptiness of the Astral Sea.
Question, DM, who has the paper? Who is currently doing
Ezreal.
Ezreal.
Ezreal has it.
Okay. Certain things that I want to know, since I've missed out on apparently a lot.
You guys are so you notice that the map is already filled out a little bit. It seems like he's had other people attempt this before.
So, from here, what are we even seeing now? And could we
There's
roughly
still-
tell what
there's-
time of day it would be?
There's no time of day. There's nothing around you. It is empty.
So, which one of you guys have been out here before?
Not me.
So, what time would we have left the other plane?
You feel like you've been walking about 2 hours now. And it's been and you left at around 11 a.m. So
Okay.
you can roughly guess it's about a bell past noon.
Okay. I think after we all took a nice little licking, I think we need to take a little rest.
If we need a... would my Lehman's tiny hut fit everyone, or no?
It can fit up to 9 medium creatures, so yes.
I'm considered, what, a small, if I remember right?
No, you're medium.
If we need a break, then I have just the thing, and I began casting Lehman's tiny hut as a ritual.
Okay. So Aster takes the 11 minutes and finishes summoning Lehman's tiny hut.
During that entire 11 minutes, I'm just looking at the direction of where that worm creature went.
Okay.
Quite literally staring off into space. Aha!
No, quite literally, you were just staring off into space. Alrighty. So all of you do manage to get a long rest, if you want to.
Yep.
And as all of you wake up, I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm
Oh,
good
this
at
could
these.
only go well. Wait, no, that's wisdom saving throw, not wisdom. And no, I'm not using roll 20 because roll 20 screws me over. Okay, that is 18.
Okay.
Earn a luck already?
Alright.
Would this be like new luck or previous luck?
This is new luck. This is as you guys are waking up. By the way, Aster, roll your portent dice for the day.
Got it,
Same.
boss. 3 and 19, not bad.
Alrighty.
I
So as all of you start to come to consciousness and stretch, relaxing, you look over at Zephyr, and you can see that part of his body has faded and carries the same translucence and starry sky as the surrounding plane.
I point to that area on Zephyr where it's.
Oh no. Are you? Do you feel alright? Is that numb? I'm gonna try to kind of poke where that area is or was.
What are you guys talking about?
So Esriel, as you run over and you go to touch the arm, your hands just go through.
Oh, oh no.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I know what's happening, or
Make an Arcana check.
I'll join in on that.
natural 20?
Although I'll have that as speculation. And of course, it's a natural 20, so fuck me.
You've read that some planes of existence can have otherworldly effects on things not needed to it, and you think that's what's happening to Zephyr right now. You're not sure what's happening exactly, as you've never really been to the astral plane, but it's having some sort of effect on Zephyr. Zephyr?
Yeah.
You're down an arm. You only have one arm now. So yeah. As you guys take a minute in this strange plane with the realization of, oh crap, this stuff can actually affect us. And you plot your next moves. That's where we're going to leave off for today.
Joys abound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, my first
Yeah.
good roll this session.
I hope you guys had fun.
Certainly, I'll be personally looking back at when I left to kind of catch up on what occurred while I was gone, and kind of get a better idea of what transpired. And yeah,
You didn't miss much.
So
but I probably missed out like how we got here, and if there is a way that we can come back, if at all. So I don't know.
So yeah. Thank you everybody who was watching our stream. We'll be live again next Saturday. Probably sometime close to the evening. And we hope to see all of you there.
And as always, you can say good night, everybody.
Love you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah.